How's it going, everyone? Charlie Sussman here, and welcome back to another flight report. I'm super excited to share this one with you guys as I'll be flying in first class aboard American's new Boeing 737 MAX 8. Unfortunately, American's configuration on this bird has had some bad publicity. However, I'm still very excited to fly on this aircraft because I've wanted to fly on it since it's entered service in November of 2017. American currently operates 16 MAX 8s with orders for 84 more. My aircraft, registered November 303 Romeo Echo, was the 5th MAX 8 delivered to American and also the first MAX 8 delivered to American in the year of 2018. I'm super excited to be one of the first on board the aircraft today, and I'm boarding in group 1 of 9. I've selected seat 3A, which has a seat pitch of 36 inches, and I'll talk more briefly about seat pitch in a little while. And the choice of pre-departure beverage came almost immediately, which was pretty nice. So there is less padding on these new seats. However, I did not find it to lack padding, and I actually found the seat very comfortable. I also thought that the recline was more than sufficient.
Way versus horizontal. That way we can accommodate more luggage. Once you find your seat, if you be so kind to please step out of the aisle, permitting the passenger behind you to locate his seat. If you're sitting in the first row, this will be row number 1. If you're sitting in business with me, if you're sitting in main cabin, row number 8, you're not sitting with me. All your personal items has to be stored in the overhead bins for takeoff and landing. To everyone, welcome on board. Miami is pretty much like here, partly cloudy with temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. That will translate to 29 Celsius. So everyone, welcome on board.
Personally, I like having boarding music. What are your thoughts?
We'll be on our way. Flight attendant for the cabin, please.
When the overhead bins are closed, they look enormous. These are called Boeing Space Bins, and they hold 6 bags per bin instead of 4.
Thank you. Next, stand by, bro.
Right before pushback, the flight attendant came around with a box full of snacks for the first class passengers.
Once again, a very pleasant afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board American Flight 2807 with service to Miami International Airport. If you'd be so kind to please direct your attention to the flight attendants in the cabin for a very important demonstration of our safety demo. Your attention.
Your safety is important to us. Please pause for a moment to give your attention to the flight attendants. Luggage and personal articles should be stowed either overhead or under the seat in front of you. Seat back device holders must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. To prepare for departure, close your tray table and place your seat in the upright position. If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and pull the strap so it's tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt, lift the top of the buckle. Keep your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. And just in case there's turbulence, keep it on whenever you are in your seat. All door exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the slide and put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing, even if the bag doesn't inflate.
Up to me, the cabin to buy your service. This afternoon we have a professional class in support. Should we do anything to make this flight more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to let us know.
We're taxiing towards Tampa's runway 1 right for departure out north. One thing I noticed about this airplane that's quite amazing is during the taxi you actually hear the rattling of the aircraft and the tires on the ramp overpowering the sound of the engines, which goes to show just how quiet the airplane really is.
Seatbelt sign is on. Please be seated and fasten your seatbelt.
La señal del cinturón de seguridad está encendida. Por favor, siéntese y abroche su cinturón de seguridad.
So I quickly want to talk about seat pitch, which has been reduced in all cabins, in first class to 37 inches and in main cabin to 30 inches. Some seem to be bothered by this, especially in main cabin, which I have not gotten a chance to fly on yet. However, I will say for first class, I'm really not bothered by the reduction of pitch.
However, due to the short duration of this flight, the two options that will be provided beverage-wise would be our award-winning Ocean Spray orange juice or our designing bottled water. Once again, we do apologize for any inconvenience. Sit back and enjoy your flight to Miami.
To access your tray table, do not try and pull it out of the armrest, it will not open. Instead, you have to pull up on this little tab here, which is actually quite fun. The tray tables in first class are located on the outer armrest, and this is where your personal device holder will be found. The center armrest is nice and spacious, and I used it to stow the chips given to me prior to departure, as well as the provided blanket. There's also a USB and power port. This plane is insanely quiet, especially when compared to the 737 Next Generation. Literally just after a few minutes of cruise, we're already on the descent for Miami International, and will eventually be landing on runway 12. Even though this was a rather quick flight, American still gave their credit card pitch in English and Spanish.
Central America, the Caribbean, Hawaii. I'm going to be passing through the cabin in just a moment, giving you more details. Feel free to ask me any questions about this credit card. Damas y caballeros, American Airlines está ofreciendo 50,000 millas. Es una promoción que tienen ahorita. Voy a pasar por la cabina si está interesado en esa tarjeta. Pueden viajar de todos los Estados Unidos, el Caribe, Hawái, Centroamérica y Sudamérica. Voy a pasar por la cabina en unos momentos para si tienen cualquier pregunta. Gracias.
We will now collect any items you wish to discard. Please put away larger electronic devices, including laptop computers. Secure smaller handheld devices in your hand or seat pocket. Thank you. Devices must remain in airplane mode until after we land. We will be landing soon.
Guarde el equipaje de mano. Coloque el asiento en la posición vertical original. Ahora recogeremos cualquier artículo que desee descartar. Por favor, guarde los dispositivos electrónicos más grandes, incluyendo las computadoras portátiles. Asegure los dispositivos más pequeños en la mano o en el bolsillo del asiento. Los dispositivos deben permanecer en modo avión hasta después de aterrizar. Aterrizaremos pronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of American Airlines, we'd like to welcome to Miami International Airport. The local time is 4:41 p.m. Today we'll be arriving gate D26. We'd like to ask you please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened to the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. There will be a gate agent meeting this flight should you have any questions. We do realize you have a choice by traveling by air. We'd like to thank you for choosing American Airlines, a member of the One World Alliance. Have a great weekend.
So for my overall thoughts on American 737 MAX, I really like the seats. The look is clean yet simple, and despite the fact that there's less padding, the seat is still very comfortable. And like I said, the reduction in pitch in first class did not bother me. I have yet to try out main cabin, which has only 30 inches of pitch. One thing that is a little bit disappointing is the removal of seatback screens, as American has opted for bring your own device entertainment. All in all, I think it's a pretty solid first class product, and I was impressed by it. So what would I rather fly on? An American 737 with a new first class seating product, or the old first class seating product? This was quite a tough decision to make, as each seat has its pros and cons. However, I would end up choosing this new seating product. I think the seat is slightly better built, and I like the Boeing Sky interior and Boeing space bins on this aircraft. It really makes for a nice atmosphere on board. And as always, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I was scheduled to fly from Miami to Chicago that same evening on a retrofitted 737 in the main cabin so I could experience the 30 inches of pitch. However, an equipment swap put me on a normal 737. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts on this configuration, especially if you've flown on the retrofit 737 or American 737 MAX. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe for more flight reports coming out in the near future. Lastly, I'd like to thank American Airlines for a great flight. Looking forward to many more on this new configuration.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened to the captain turned the fasten seatbelt signs off. Flight attendants verified. Stop doors. Stand by for roll call.